Hello everyone, and we are talking about transfers. Mohamed Kudus making the news every time, and really Mohamed Kudus's move to the club Chelsea is an interesting one, and we are going to be talking about this, and also a young and very interesting football player from Crystal Palace, and that is none other than Michael Olise. Hello everyone, and thank you for being part of the Chelsea chapter, and please subscribe and ring that notification bell so that you do not miss out on whatever I've got to bring to you, as long as it is sports and as long as it is Chelsea related, right about here at the Chelsea chapter with me, your very host Abu KALS, as I'm definitely dedicated to bringing to you the latest straight as it comes in. It will be remembered that the club Chelsea has tried its level best to make sure that it can get good football players this time round, and a big number of football players has already left, and that definitely puts quite a lot of money in the Chelsea bank, and Chelsea can spend more money, and that's quite good news. We'll remember that some of the football players have already arrived at club Chelsea, and some of them have already even played a few games, and that's quite brilliant. With the Chelsea having a few games to play, Chelsea is definitely going to be improving every other day. When you see how Chelsea plays with almost every game is played recently, it's been improving every other day. Anyway, let's get the party started, and whom should we really start with? Because I've got quite a number of football players to talk about. Should we start with Michael Olise, or we should start with Mohamed Kudus? And also do not forget that Moises Caicedo's deal is also something that we are going to be talking about. So let's start with Mohamed Kudus. For those of you who do not know who Mohamed Kudus is a Ghanaian professional football player who plays as a winger and also an attacking midfielder for the Eredivisie club, that is Ajax Amsterdam, and he's been playing there since 2020, and he's been playing quite well, and that's why he's been a very big target for quite a big number of clubs. But I will be remembered that the two football clubs that are in a bidding war for the football player are Arsenal and the club Chelsea. So it's either Arsenal that will take the football player, or it will be Chelsea. So you can let me know, you can let us know what you definitely think. But there is quite great news that I'm bringing to you with this transfer, with the fact that the club Chelsea has already gone on and offered a big deal to the club Ajax Amsterdam for the football player. It's quite interesting. It's a very good move for the club, and I think definitely it will be a brilliant one. It will definitely be a very wonderful one. Still, you can let me know, you can let us know what you definitely think about these football players, about these two wonderful football players, as I'm definitely going to be talking about them. So, you will remember that at first, Arsenal put in a bid for Mohamed Kudus, and Mohamed Kudus was not very much into the move to the club Arsenal, but also it will be put to note that Ajax Amsterdam regarded that move as quite inappropriate, because the amount that was put in was quite little, and the club Chelsea has come up with a £40 million bid that is quite appropriate, and is definitely sending off Arsenal, and Arsenal is nowhere near this bid, and Arsenal is now almost backing off the struggle for the football player. Let's hope everything goes on quite well for the club Chelsea, as Chelsea are trying to make sure that they can sign the football player, make everything right for the football player, put him on a proper wage, a very good wage, make his wage actually something like 3 or 4 times bigger than what he is already earning at Ajax Amsterdam. So you can definitely let us know what you think about the football player and his move to the club Chelsea, whether you think it's appropriate for Chelsea to put in £40 million for the football player Mohamed Kudus, who is a very brilliant one, a very good one, and I definitely think that he would do quite well under Mauricio Pochettino. He's still a very young football player, and Mauricio Pochettino has a good record when it comes to improving talent and also working with a small squad and a young squad. So I will remember that he's really helped quite a big number of young superstars regain their strength, regain their form, and definitely at this moment in time, he's having a finished good. That's what I always call them. Football players who are already good, they just need a little bit of polishing, just a tiny bit. And I think Mauricio Pochettino will be happy to do that. So you can let us know what you definitely think in the comment section. And please do not forget to subscribe and ring that notification bell so that you do not miss out on whatever I've got to bring to you. Anyway, let's get the party rolling again and let's talk about yet another football player. And the football player that we are going to be talking about this time round is none other than who is he? Guess whom he is? Is Michael Olise from Crystal Palace. Michael Olise is a very good one, and there is quite a big number of football clubs that has been interested in Michael Olise. It will be put to note that the club Manchester City, Arsenal, and Chelsea, those clubs, actually even Manchester United was also linked, plus also Paris Saint-Germain are linked to the football player. So it definitely shows you the quality of football player he is. The class of football clubs that are hunting for a football player gives you an idea in the quality of the football player a football player actually is. So it gives you the idea whom he is. He's definitely a very wonderful one and a very good one in the club. Chelsea definitely know what is going on with all these football clubs interested. Chelsea is saying that definitely it's not going to be backing off and everything is going to be moving on quite well for the club Chelsea and moving on as anticipated. Anyway, you can let us know what you definitely think about the football player and him moving to the club Chelsea, as Chelsea has already made initial contacts with the football player. It's quite good news, brilliant news. Chelsea is trying its level best to make sure that it can sign the football player from Crystal Palace. And I will be remembered still that Crystal Palace said that whoever really wants the football player, as long as the price is okay, you can definitely have him. He's up on the transfer market, ready for sale, and the club Chelsea is saying that definitely they can have the football player. Anyway, we've got quite big news from Brighton and Hove about Mohamed Kudus. For those of you who do not know Moises Caicedo. For those of you who do not know who Moises Caicedo is an Ecuadorian professional football player who plays as a defensive midfielder for the Ecuadorian national team, but also plays as a defensive midfielder still for Brighton and Hove. So he is regarded and he is said to be the best defensive midfielder in the Premier League. So that's why Mauricio Pochettino really thinks that or has gone on and gone with the ideology that Moises Caicedo could really transform the midfield section at the club Chelsea. I think, and I also have almost the same idea, and I will support and go with Mauricio Pochettino and what he thinks about Moises Caicedo, because he's improved and he's impressed on quite a number of football games when he's played for the football club Brighton and Hove, when he's played against Manchester United, Manchester City, Arsenal, Chelsea, all big clubs. His quality has always been the same, and any club definitely needs a football player like him. And that's why the club Chelsea is saying that there is no way they are leaving alone this football player. But after two bids were neglected, rejected, a £60 million bid being rejected by Brighton and Hove for the football player. A £70 million bid was also neglected and rejected by the club Brighton and Hove. But at this moment in time, it will be put to note and it will be remembered that the football star Moises Caicedo is pushing for a move and is saying the price should definitely be okay. He's saying that Brighton and Hove shouldn't overprice him, because that some clubs will definitely walk away, and yet he is into a move away from the club Brighton and Hove. However, it is reportedly said that the club Chelsea is preparing a third bid that is in the region of 80 to 90 million pound, and definitely that could seal off the deal. And once this is paid, there is nothing that's going to stop Moises Caicedo from being a Chelsea football player. Otherwise, thank you for being part of the Chelsea chapter, and I love you so much. Please subscribe and ring that notification bell, and thank you for being here. Thank you and goodbye for now.